John has just weaved this tapestry of so many beautiful characters that represent all walks of life, as Gemma said.
What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to meet my family?
I hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
Let's take a bags and get you checked into first class.
Nick, we can't afford this. So your family is rich?
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
I want money.
1.2 million.
That's what I want.
The Nick you're dating is Nick Young?
Yeah, you guys know them or something?
Hells yeah. They're just the biggest developers in all of Singapore.
That's what I
Damn, Rachel. It's like the Asian Bachelor.
So, first of all, I mean, wow. I mean, just incredible, incredible film. It felt so complete. And I mean, I was just looking over at some of the audience members, some guys, I mean, we were fighting back tears. I mean, what's the most gratifying feeling now, knowing that this is such an accomplished piece of work?
It's exactly that. People come out of the cinema. We've had a little tour around sort of 9 cities, and it's people you wouldn't expect to come up to you and be like, you know, I'm not a fan of like rom-coms, but I loved this movie. And these are like veteran reviewers, people who have watched and sort of grown up with cinema.
Exactly. Was there anything from the book that you guys felt like wasn't going to translate onto film the way that you wanted to, or maybe it was going to perpetuate a certain stereotype that we felt like, you know what, this isn't going to come across well?
Well, in the book, the way wealth is presented, like for example, the people are so wealthy that like something like Louis Vuitton is, you know, beneath them, whereas for regular people, like I can afford that. But for the movie, we made it sort of more what we would think of as rich.
I think I didn't have that concern as such, because I feel, you know, often in stories, if there's just one Asian character or one minority character, the weight of that character having to represent the whole of Asianness is, you know, is ludicrous and not realistic. Whereas in this film, you see how much diversity there is within all these Asian characters who come from all over the world. And yeah, for me, it didn't worry me that you have an outlandish character like Bernard Tai that Jimmy O Yang plays. If he was maybe the only character in a story, I'd maybe be concerned like, oh, do people think that all rich Asians are like that? But I wasn't worried in this film, because you really have the kind of grounded, real characters, people who, you know, who don't make a big deal of their wealth, others who come from a different socioeconomic class. So you see that whole spectrum. So for me, I wasn't worried.
Absolutely. You know, another thing I really loved about this was just the constant images of food, you know, all throughout the film.
Gotta love that.
I mean, really, I mean, I felt like obviously food is something that connects us all no matter where we are in the world. So was there any dish that you saw on screen or that you're excited for people to have a chance to experience?
Oh, I mean, I love the scene where we're all making dumplings together, because it's making food with your hands, with your family. I mean, there's something special about that.
Absolutely. What's something about the film that you guys feel like is going to resonate with people for years to come? Obviously, there's a love story about it, but what's something special about this story?
I think it's the classicness of it all. We're unapologetically promoting Asian culture, but at the same time celebrating Asians from America, Asians from the UK, John has just weaved this tapestry of so many beautiful characters that represent all walks of life, as Gemma said, from the opulent and rich, but the subdued and the very sort of mild-mannered. So I think it's timeless, and that's how cinema should be. I want my children, to be able to watch that film and just be proud and be taken away and whisked away into this world.
Ever since I can remember, my family has been my whole life. Rachel! Rachel!
If Nick chose me, he would lose his family. And if he chose his family, he might spend the rest of his life resenting you.
You nasty. You kinda nasty. You got nastier.